All right, so you've been watching this show every morning on Channel 4 now, and you hear me talk about finance and real estate, and this stuff's really important. But we got to remember when we're talking about a home, as much as we get into numbers and equity growth and tax advantages, it's a home first. It's a home before it's an investment, before it's real estate, and all those things that bring the numbers. And part of living in a home is you got to love it, right? You're going to spend a lot of time there. You're going to raise your family there. You're going to build a lot of memories. So we got to make it pretty. There is nobody better at this than our good friend Nikki Klue, who we've dragged from New York City back to San Diego. We got you back home. How was your trip to New York? Was it good?
It was wonderful. I beat the snow. I came home before it started pouring down.
What are you doing out there?
I have a project I'm working on in Staten Island. It's a historical home and a lovely, lovely project to be involved with.
So Miss Worldwide.
Yeah.
Right?
Coast to coast.
So it's good to have you here. All right, I'm a little nervous because we're in February now.
Yes.
And we're getting into Valentine's Day, and you are going to help us spice some things up a bit. So what do we need to know?
Well, of course, interior design is very visual, but as a company, our design process includes some other layers.
Yep.
So tactile, auditory, olfactory, the way things smell.
Yeah.
You know, all of those things play a part in the way you experience a space.
You know what's interesting when you say smell? I was in an office not that long ago, and it smelled really good. And I was like, yeah, it smells really good in here. And they go, you know, there's companies now that actually do scent branding.
Absolutely.
You know it. I mean, it was news for me. Apparently they do it in Vegas.
They do.
In some casinos. So that's a thing now.
And very high-end hotels will always have the scent.
What about homeowners? Do they do it?
They do, but not intentionally. And so that's where we come in, where we help them identify.
Like this right now. Got it.
Well, you know the scents that you like, but maybe you don't know the properties associated with them and how you can manipulate that to give you some pieces that are missing in your life.
Or, you know, one of those things that's really easy in San Diego is you can get these flower deliveries. I do them every 2 weeks, and the whole house smells great.
Right.
It's so inexpensive.
Right.
So what are some other things we can do to spice up the house?
So for your bedroom, you want to consider the texture of things if you're very tactile. Along with scents, we can select, you know, very specific ones like sandalwood. Sandalwood has a natural aphrodisiac, and it helps with harmony. So perfect thing for Valentine's Day.
So we got the scents down. Now, go a little bit deeper on some of the design strategies that you think are good. Yeah.
So one of the things that we incorporate is a balance of power, so masculine and feminine energy, even visually. So combining very structured, like geometric shapes and curves and sexy lines and maybe some of the furnishings or the fabrics or patterns on the wall.
Now, something like this, Nikki, I know that we're really centered on it being February and Valentine's Day. How many of these things can you do that are permanent? Right? Are these all permanent things?
These are permanent fixes, but
so we're trying to spice up the bedroom.
We're trying to spice up the bedroom.
We're trying to keep that marriage alive.
But why not do it right in time for Valentine's Day? Yeah.
Now, other things with the house, like what's trending now? We just finished my renovation project, so we got some new stuff, and now we're getting into this interior design.
Yeah.
Everybody throws the word contemporary and modern out there, and it seems like things get outdated that used to be cool. I've learned that marble's not cool anymore, I guess. So, I mean, it sounds cool. I don't know. But I don't have an eye for this thing. I think a lot of guys like me, and probably a lot of people watching right now, they know what looks good, but they don't necessarily how it works or how to do it. So how do you assess that when we're trying to keep things cool and modern?
Right. So contemporary is referring to the times now. So things are, do have a fad or a trend. Obviously, a trend lasts longer than a fad, but the trends are usually 10 to 15 years. So right now, things that are trending are very large formats. So you'll notice 12 by 24 tiles. I'm imagining that's your style, and you may have used some of that, whether it's exterior or interior.
Well, for me, I think sometimes there's an expense of that modern look, because you get some of these like an expensive couch and it looks modern and it looks cool, but you sit on it and you get up after 5 minutes, your back hurts. Like, how do you find that nice balance between comfortable and looks cool? Right.
So specifically with the sofa, you want to select one that has the comfort and the support that you need, and kind of splurge on the bigger pieces that involve comfort, and a sofa is definitely one of it. The cushions and the springs will make a very big difference.
Well, Nikki Klue, it is Valentine's Day month. We are helping people spice up their bedroom. I hope people reach out to you. You do a terrific job of this. It's been fascinating getting to know you and having you on the show. You help people. I mean, today we talked individually about the bedroom, but you help people with their home, whether it's a brand new home or you just sort of revamp some things. And sometimes people spend a lot of money, sometimes they don't. There's a lot of little things you can do, but you also help on the commercial space as well. Some of the best offices, Oakwood Escrow, what you did there is absolutely fascinating.
Thanks.
So if you are looking to just spice up a room, your house, or maybe your office, Nikki does it very, very well, especially for guys like me that have no clue what we're doing. Always good to have you here. Thank you so much. Thank you for making homes more beautiful and people happier because of it. Appreciate it. All right, coming up next, Sewing Says. This is where we answer the questions that we've gotten from you. It could have come from anywhere, whether it's social media, our radio show, or right here on The American Dream. It's so important that we have you walk away this show with something of value and knowledge. So we're going to get to your emails we got from craigsewing.com coming up here in just a moment.